Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Does anybody have a safety story to start out our huddle?
Well, I have one this morning.
Go ahead, Maria.
This morning upon badging in, I noticed that the person that was there before me logs in when I badge in, and the same thing happens to her when she badges in. I pop out, so I forget.
Well, you know we've had that in the past, unfortunately. Did you put in a ticket to Epic?
Yes, a ticket's one.
Thank you very much. So you guys just be aware of it, you know, when you badge in that you look and make sure it's your name. So the metrics. So we've been measuring our metrics, and you know that we have exceeded departmentally the foundation metrics, so we've continued to do good, even better than the foundation this last couple quarters. It looks like on the PCP metrics, we were all green until this week. We're red on the,
we're
on the
meeting.
PCP, or
We're meeting our weekly goal,
okay,
but
we are.
not on following standard work.
Okay.
In front. We
So our
missed
weekly
a few.
goal, it looks like it's been green for the last 4 weeks, which is great.
So what is contributing to us missing our PCP sign up in standard work?
I noticed some of them are work injuries, and either they forget because you do get busy doing all the paperwork and everything, or I don't know if it's not being offered for work injuries.
A lot of times, just because they come here for their workers' comp injury, their insurance still doesn't cover them to be seen. So I think that's why we forget to ask, because we're more interested in like creating the new guarantor because it's a work injury.
That's true.
And that is true,
we just
sometimes their
document it 'cause
insurance
it's a
does not come
decline.
here,
We're
but
looking
their
at
work
company
comes here,
information.
so,
Yeah.
yeah. Do we ask, even though, do we standardly ask, we should be doing that, correct? Okay. So on to, thank you, ladies, on to the issues. So, so we've kind of corrected some of this. Short staff due to no 9 to 5:30 person, and so what we've done is we're collecting data. And Myra, you are collecting that data, correct?
Yes, and I was on PTO, so Alice kind of took over, and Maria did a couple time observations, and I think Diana was working on some too.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'll
The
have
time
you.
observation.
the time observation.
So I'll
I
have
thought
you
you were
s-
saying coverage, okay.
So I'll have you speak to that, Alice. What did it
Oh,
look
Maria
like?
timed me, how did we do? We did well. When you timed me, we did well, didn't we? Yeah.
Okay.
So when is the data collect going to end?
So it's supposed to end 8:15?
And we were trying to
Wednesday.
get 12 new and 12
Yes.
Mine
established
was all
patients
returning, unfortunately.
to
Yeah.
see if it's how it balances on their tech time.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we are trying to get multiple staff members
Yes.
because each person has a different working history in this area.
It's hard to pinpoint who's gonna be new.
So the huddle is taking over 15 minutes, and so we have PDSA the huddle. We have decided to do it 3 times a week. Jen did the last huddle on Friday when I was off. I did the huddle before that. I've heard really good things. I've heard that we stayed within the 15 minutes. Is that correct, Jen?
We stayed within 15 minutes one time, and the other 2 we went over.
Yeah,
So
we
we'll
went
just
over.
have to keep
Okay.
PDSing it.
I have Elizabeth timing today, so we'll hopefully do that. X-ray not taking their own, let's see. X-ray not taking their own payments, asking us to void large amounts. It looks like
Yeah.
Alice, you wanna speak to that,
Yeah, so
Alice?
they, as a courtesy, we helped them take their payments. Well,
Yes.
they brought the patient back because it wasn't done, so I had to give back $711.45 in cash. Did not feel comfortable, but I did go to the supervisor, and the
Okay.
supervisor documented it, like our nurses document when we're returning.
Yes.
So we have to create something, which I'm gonna try to create something so that they can follow the standard.
Okay, do they
That was
not
very
take
uncomfortable.
money in their
No.
department? No, they do not,
They were
okay.
supposed to start, but they haven't.
Okay,
So do we write standard work for other departments? Does that work?
Yeah, but they wrote the standard of work for us to take their payments.
Is it working? So what would be a better way that we could maybe have a more successful?
Have the supervisor roll it out.
Well,
Work with them for
we
them
could
to
put it
create their
on
own standard
Work
work.
with them.
or put it on the huddle.
'Cause I don't
So
even
who
know.
wants to work with X-ray on developing the standard work?
I can, cause it's gonna happen again.
Thank you, Alice. And
Thank
when are
you,
you gonna do
Alice.
that?
I can walk down there today.
Fabulous.
I
her name was
think
Melissa that
we're,
I talked to.
you wanna put a time, a due date of like 2
Well, let me
weeks
see
or
what she's
3
working
weeks?
with, and I'll go
Okay.
over there and ask her also
Okay.
what's the time frame you
Right,
think
for
we
her,
can-
okay. Because we have worked in the back huddle with them many, many times and they're easy to work with.
Great.
So,
Good job, girls.
Okay, so that really kind of speaks to our issues.
Any new issues, guys? Any new issues tonight?
Lakers.
Okay, so I reviewed your PDSA that you guys are doing on the paper MDIs, and I noticed that nobody's filling out the tact column on the MDI. So,
Yeah, I didn't
We
know
were
how to
kinda
come up with that.
confused, yeah,
She just
on
told me
how
so
to-
today.
what
yeah.
is tact time?
That's our 9 minutes.
Okay, it's, that's true. What
Isn't
else
it
is
the time from the, move the patient from process to process?
Okay, good. So how would you measure tact time during your MDI cycles? Each hour?
Well, she said we can use our cycle times.
Okay, so
As long
great.
as our check-in times are under 9 minutes.
So is that gonna work for you guys to check everyone's, run sheets every
I
hour?
gotta start putting the hours.
We were, yeah.
I gotta start putting
We
the
were
hour back on
talking
there.
about it
Okay.
earlier to see if we wanna either write it, like mark it a little red line or something that's visual.
I
Or
thought that
anybody
would
just
do.
glance, and then everybody keep their cycle times on their desk.
Okay,
That way when we're doing our MDI, we could just glance.
okay.
Do
So
you guys
when
know-
are you guys gonna start doing that?
I'm gonna start putting the time back. I just
I
realized they
started
look
mine
at
today.
mine, they won't see an hour, like
So we're
the
gonna
hour.
implement that today,
Yeah.
and who's gonna write the PDSA for that?
Can we include it on our MDI? Cause I already started the MDI sheet
Okay.
one, so I'll just include it on there.
Cause we're doing
Okay.
cycle times right now, right?
Right,
Okay.
so does that, I
So
think
then
that's,
everybody
right
has
for
to
1
have
week.
the cycle
Yeah.
time.
so
sheet.
I think,
Everyone should have one. Are we not having everyone have one?
I think I have one,
I
my
have
name's
one,
just not
I just
on
need to
it.
put my hours
Okay.
on there.
So everyone needs to make sure that we all have our cycle time sheets, otherwise our MDI won't be
And
accurate.
put your hour.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
so,
Good job.
so I really think that's gonna work, to be honest, from what we talked about. So the logistics, it looks like everything is up to date and we're doing well on that. And then encouragement. Anybody have
Everyone.
anything, yeah, does anybody have anything in particular to say to your coworkers? Anybody
I
have
think that we should really thank Myra and Alice and Maddie for all of the mentoring that they've been doing to the new hires to make sure they're trained. You guys are all doing really good work on your PDSAs. I'm really proud of you all.
Thank you.
And for my part, I'm gonna tell you, I am super proud of you, cause I know where we were at and where we're at now. So I'm super proud. Most of you guys have really put a lot of work, time, effort. I know. It's okay.
Good job, guys. Good job. And guess what?
I
We
just
made-
know where we've
We
been.
made huddle time today.
Yes.
because
We
Deeper
did.
hasn't
So
gone off.
Thank you.
So end of huddle,
Thank
and
you,
we'll
guys.
see you
Wednesday.
Wednesday.